Why are gaslings craftable? I mean, everyone's asking, like Canned Man 18, and, well, others, so let's make a video trying to answer why. Look, we all know it's one of the coolest and newest additions to Minecraft to have the gasling and its evolutions. I mean, a giant flying ghast 4 people can ride on at once? Sign me up. Honestly, don't even care if it moves at a turtle's pace. I've been looking forward to a new method of flight for the longest time. Step aside, flying machines, we got a new early game method of flying. And look, there's already some cool breakthroughs for Minecraft's lore, such as game theory potentially being right about the prior ice age in the nether, given that Ghasts eat snowballs. No wonder they are so angry in the nether. They don't have their favorite meals to eat. But there is one new alleged feature that people find puzzling, that you can supposedly craft it. 5 bone blocks and 4 ghast tears and you will get yourself 1 dried ghast. And even I can agree that that's a little weird. Like, we're just making a living creature. Certainly a lot of people have been commenting on it, and even I can agree it's a bit bizarre, but it doesn't seem impossible. Because we actually know for certain that there are at least 3 mobs in the game that Steve can build. The iron golem, the snow golem, and the wither. And yes, this isn't a perfect 1-to-1 ratio. First, you have to craft the gasling in a crafting table, but for the golems, you have to stack them into a totem pole-like structure. Second, the golems need a quote-unquote head block. For the iron and snow golem, they need pumpkins. For the wither, they instead need 3 wither skulls. Oh, by the way, I guess I accidentally made myself a wither. Do you guys think you can hit that subscribe button? If you do, it should get this guy out of here. Alright, now press it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And see, what did I tell you? Thanks to whoever subscribed and helped me beat this 3-handed behemoth. Now, let's get back to the video. So, we just went over how the gasling and the happy ghast differ from the golems, but with all that said, with all these differences, there's still some major similarities. For starters, let's look at the type of block used for most of the golems. For the iron and snow golem, you craft them using blocks that they would be made out of, like iron or snow. Similarly, for the ghast, which is an all-white mob, you'd craft them using bone blocks, a fairly white block itself. And sure, this makes sense given that the dried ghast can be found near skeletal fossils, so this seems to check out. But there is another thing suggesting that the ghast may be a golem. See, the wither is a unique golem where its primary building block, soul sand, is not incorporated into its design. Sure, the 3 wither skulls are in there, but you'd think that the wither's base would be more akin to blackstone or basalt or something gray or black. That being said, it does seem that the reason soul sand is utilized into its design is because it's made for countless souls compacted into a singular block. It seems like there is some life energy needed to create the wither. And what if I were to tell you that the happy ghast 2 needs life energy? As I mentioned, you need 5 bone blocks and 4 ghast tears. And I don't know about you, but those ghast tears are interesting, because they are the key ingredients needed to make 2 distinct items, potions of regeneration and ender crystals. Now this is fascinating alone, and it leads to some other interesting questions. The primary topic of interest is that, like the wither, a golem crafted and shown to have regenerative powers, the happy ghast 2 is being made with an item that has regenerative properties. Now this does lead to one counter-argument that if the ghasts were all man-made creatures, where are the ancient builders getting ghast tears? A real chicken versus the egg discussion of who came first. Now, I guess to some extent, maybe until we get proven otherwise, it's both. Such as if we find a renewable energy source of ghast tears, maybe the ghasts craft themselves, or maybe some other ancient species craft the ghast. It can also be possible that those fossils in the Soul Sand Valley aren't actually from ghast. It could be like the wither, the gastlings are actually made from the souls of the soul sand, and they use the bone blocks as kind of a base for their body. But end of the day, these are just speculative hypotheses that I have put onto. But that being said, the speculative hypothesis that I hold onto the most is that it might just be one of those things where the true crafting recipe is lost to time. Minecraft is a game where its story and narrative is ancient and lost, and piecing it together really is like having an archaeological discovery. We know that of the remaining ancient builders like Steve, Alex, and the rest have lost a handful of crafting recipes. For example, the elytra and the portal block used to summon the warden. Could it be possible that the ghast tiers are actually craftable or smeltable and just lost to time? Well, most likely no, but we do know there is another lost crafting recipe related to a craftable ghast. In the Minecraft mob bestiary, published in 2017, it's said to be the official and definitive guide to the mobs in Minecraft. Now, I don't know how canon it is to the game, but we do see the interior of the ghast, and it looks like a cyborg with biological and mechanical parts, especially with its mouth and face looking a lot more like a dispenser. Now, you'd think if the dispenser aspect of the design was intentional and canon, that the crafting recipe would use one, but it doesn't. Though, with that said, the Happy Ghast isn't shown to be firing fireballs. Could it be possible that a more offense-oriented ghast exists in the past? And just like the more powerful items, their crafting recipe were just lost to time? Again, I don't know, and until proven otherwise, I doubt it. But it is interesting to think about. It also makes me speculate that if the ghast is a craftable mob, or some golem type mob, are there other mobs that fit this bill? From the mob bestiary alone, creepers and guardians stick out to me as the other potential golems or craftable mobs. Though I may hold off on talking about why I think this is the case, I want to make a future video on the topic. So I don't think I'm the first person to speculate on the idea that ghasts were made by the ancient builders, but it is cool to see Mojang sort of confirm this pseudo-theory, spread it around the fanbase by giving us a craftable one. Either way, this has been FableDan's Corner. If you stuck around till the end, please consider subscribing or watching my other content, and I'll see you all next time.